Welcome back to the EAM Crypto channel. My name is Enrique. Thank you so much for watching. We have so much to cover, so no intro song, no nothing today. We're just going to get right into the action. I want to make this video quick, and there's a ton to cover. So I thought that the biggest story of the day was going to be the fact that the GDP deflator came in at 4.1%, which the previous quarter it was at 9.1%. Why is this important? Because this shows that what Powell and the Fed are doing is working in regards to how they're trying to defeat the inflation monster. I don't want to sound like too much of a Powell fanboy, but at the end of the day, this tells me that maybe, just maybe, the soft landing might be possible, or something close to soft landing might be somewhat possible, instead of them doing what they're doing and just completely destroying the economy and destroying everything without really being able to hit the inflation monster. So I thought that this was really, really interesting. I think it's the biggest story of the day, despite everything that happened that we're going to cover right now. No one's talking about this because I guess it's not sexy, it's not cool, but this is like the plumbing. It's so important to have your plumbing right in your home. You want the plumbing to be okay, and this kind of set the bar, I thought, for what was going to be a very good day. And I think this is one of the reasons why Bitcoin was doing so well. And the market seemed to be mixed as far as the traditional markets. A lot of that had to do with what happened with Meta or Facebook, whatever you want to call them, the evening before. But then the day kind of changed, and it changed big, right? And we started seeing sell-off happen as we got closer and closer to the close. And then Amazon had their earnings, and the earnings for Amazon were absolutely awful, just horrible. Here it says 13%, but I think it got as high as like 25% down at one point, and this really shook things up. And so what happened with Meta, what happened with whatever the big miner is of Bitcoin that seems to be in big trouble yesterday, those two things didn't really hurt Bitcoin. It may have stopped its momentum a little bit, but didn't hurt it. But then this Amazon news just seemed to be what kind of broke the camel's back. And then BTC actually started dipping before that. And we're going to talk about the charts and how this affects the charts. Believe it or not, I know you guys are always saying that I'm too bearish. I've been bearish because the charts have been bearish, but I'm a bear when the charts say to be a bear. I'm a bull when the charts say to be a bull. And I'm actually going to show you guys some really cool things that make me a little bullish short term. But before that, before we get into the charts, because there's a lot to cover, guys, I am an affiliate for Bitget. It's my absolute favorite place to short crypto and to trade on leverage. I use very little leverage. You do not need a ton of leverage to be successful trading, or don't use leverage at all if you're not comfortable with it. But that's where I do those types of trades, and they set up something really cool. So if you click on the link below the video, you'll click on here, and it'll send you to this page. And here's my referral code. And this is really cool, guys. Deposit and earn up to 8,000 USDT. But if you sign up and deposit minimum $50, you get $15 for free. Boom, $15 to get started with. You just increase your $50 by 30%. So that's pretty cool. And here is all the different information as far as what rewards you get based on that 8,000 number. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Great way to support the channel if you guys use my link and create a new account on Bitget, where you don't need a VPN or KYC, but I always use a VPN. All right, guys, so let's get into the charts. A lot to talk about there. All right, so as I tweeted before, I think it was yesterday, and I talked about it in a couple different chats. I really wanted to see Bitcoin kind of do this. After this amazing action happened, I kind of want to see Bitcoin do this. I wanted it to test what used to be resistance as support and then bounce off it, and that could take us with more power, more market participants saying, oh, wow, it back tested what used to be resistance for all this time, and it's now support. So I want to see that happen. Maybe that's what Bitcoin's doing little by little, maybe not. We'll see. Time will tell. It's really hard to tell. So that would be actually a very bullish scenario. But for that to happen, I mean, even if it does it really, really quickly, it would fall beneath the big 19,981 number. So it would have to do it really quick. Kind of do one of these kinds of things where it has a big old wick. You see those big wicks right there? Do something like that. Touch that line. It tested a support. It passed. And then we shoot up. I think that would be the only way, because what I'm thinking for Bitcoin is this. Here, we'll do it like this. If it wants to do some of the things that most want to see it do, it's going to need that juice. And in order to do something like this, maybe get as high as, well, forget that. We got a lot of work to do before that. But maybe do something like this, right? Even that. 25K. Well, I'm not saying it's not doable, but before that, it has to, I think, test this as support successfully, and then just kind of hang out over that 19,981 number. And then in order to pass this right here, which is 22,800, that would be the next big one. And if we could pass 22,800, then yeah, then 25K. But it's just, it seems tough. I'm just giving you guys bullish scenarios. I still think, unfortunately, that we're going to have a lower low at some point, whether that's late this quarter or early in 2023. I don't know, but I still think that we'll have a lower low. But I still think that we have the possibility for some bullishness. Now, is it going to get to 21K only? Is it going to get to right here, 21,094, and just form a double top? Maybe. Or can it cross that and get to 22.8? That's going to be the very interesting thing to see. So that's going to be something very interesting to see. All the alts are going to follow. So let's talk about some of these alts. There's just so much going on. I guess we can start right here before the alts. The Dixie, I'm on the 1 week chart here. The Dixie has been all sorts of, volatile, but it's really been struggling, and it broke right here. I still think that the Dixie can go down as low as 107.7, so $1.07.70. And as long as it maintains that spot, it still maintains its bullish posture, its bullish structure. And here we go. I'll keep going back up. If we do look at the weekly, that's what I was looking at before I shot this video or started shooting this video. 120 still makes sense. It still makes sense as long as it stays over that 107 mark. So, we'll see what happens with the Dixie. But when the Dixie's pumping along with the VIX, it's usually pretty scary. When they're both dumping, it's really good for most markets, right? So don't forget, the Dixie is paired against other currencies. It's not just like paired against Bitcoin. So just because the Dixie's going down doesn't necessarily mean that Bitcoin's going to go up. A lot of times it happens, but not always. But when the VIX and the Dixie are doing the same thing, that's usually when you see them really affect the markets, either negatively or positively. So looking at the alts, look, guys, I've been talking a lot about Elrond just because they have their conference coming up in Paris on November 1st or 2nd. And I've been very surprised that it hasn't done better. But of course, this volatile action hasn't helped it. But I still think that as we get closer to that date, it's going to go higher. So here, it's trying to form a bottom here higher than this bottom. So that's interesting. So I just noticed something. We might, if it can hold here, we have classic three valleys. And for those of you that have been following my channel for a while, I'm a big fan. Whenever you see three rising valleys, so there's one, there's two. If it could form this right here, that'll be three rising valleys. And that is a very powerful structure. It's one of my favorite structures to trade. So that just, that with the conference coming up, expecting big things out of Elrond maybe. So that's something to watch. It's at $55.01 right now. So that's something to watch. Very interesting. Immutable X, for those of you who have been watching every single one of my videos, they are going to have a token unlock on November 5th. Why is that important? Because right now their circulating supply is 12% of total supply. The token unlock on November 5th, which is I guess a week from tomorrow, is going to be, or I guess a week from tomorrow, or is it on Saturday? I can't even remember. So it's like 8 days away, maybe 9. It's going to release 13% of the total supply. So it's going to more than double their circulating supply. So obviously that's going to affect the price action in a big way. So I expect this token to keep falling. But it's been interesting because when Bitcoin pumps, it's been pumping pretty hard. I mean, look at this candle right here on the 2 hour. Jesus, they already gave it all back, but still. I wonder if that was a short squeeze because so many people are short on this. So I'm going to do a video on this, just specifically on this, maybe next week or maybe later this week. I'm going to be short on this asset. I don't want to be short right now. I actually closed my short not that long ago, earlier today, because it's dropped so much. But after the next pump up, I'm probably going to short it, open up another short position, and probably keep that one until probably the day, a few hours before the token unlock. Then what I'm going to then do is see if I see any inkling that a short squeeze is coming and then go long. So I'll go into all the details there. What happened with Axie Infinity earlier in the week kind of taught us how we can be able to play those kinds of situations. And so I think that there's a game theory kind of aspect to that, but we'll get into that later in the week. It's already Thursday, so probably maybe early next week. Aptos, look at this. Boom, finally. We've been waiting for more candles like this one and this one. Finally happened. This was just such an overvalued asset. Ridiculous. I still think that their fully diluted market cap is higher than Matic and DOT. Maybe not now. I think up here it was. Maybe not now. So it'll be interesting to see that. So amazing stuff. It's finally happening. But now let's see if it starts running up again. These VCs playing games. But I just feel like this token's such a money grab that it's just so easy to cheer against it. So its fully diluted market cap is 8.3 million. Let's see what Matic is. With everything that Matic has done, is doing. Wow. So before that 10% drop, it had a higher fully diluted market cap than Matic. How ridiculous is that? So yeah, I expect for this asset to fall more. LUNC, Luna Classic, which I've been, shorting like the hell out of it. I said in my last video, it's been showing some strength when it was around here. Look at that. Despite what Bitcoin has done, it stayed strong. And in the last 4 hours, it's painted this huge, powerful candle. Unbelievable. I'm not long on this asset. I have no desire to be long on it. I just try to short it whenever I see fit. And usually I would short it now after a big candle like that, but it's showing so much strength. And I think Bitcoin's about to run. Possibly if it can hold right now. So I am not going to open up a short there. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to cover today. Doge. So, oh my gosh, look at that. This just happened very, very recently because right before I was going to shoot this video, I guess this just happened right now. Wow, it's been falling quite a bit. So Doge got all the way up to 0.85 cents. Unbelievable. With Elon taking over Twitter, now the fundamentals change with what used to be a meme coin. Like, if Twitter's going to do some of the things that Elon is suggesting they're going to do with this asset, with this token, it is 100% no longer a meme coin. So fundamentally, things have changed for this asset. It's dropped quite a bit since its high earlier today. Wow, that's over a 15% drop. And we'll see if it right here kind of stabilizes, makes another run up. I'm very disappointed. I was hoping it would get to like 10 cents, and there I was going to short it. Missed opportunity there. Oh, well. I guess that's about it for today's video. I was trying to keep it under 15 minutes, and looks like I'm doing that with about a minute and a half to spare. So I think I'm going to go open up, it's already at 55.12, so I already lost some value. I think I'm going to go open up a long on Elrond, and I do think that Bitcoin is fine. It's fine as long as it stays over 19,981 for any kind of close. If it closes below 19,981 on the daily, maybe even the 4 hour, then it's about to get really, really ugly. So I think short term, I'm still expecting some bullishness. Midterm, I'm still expecting more bearishness. I don't think we found a low, but we'll see. I've been DCAing like crazy this month with Near and Ethereum, just in case we did hit the low. And because you never know, maybe we did. And we'll see what happens. So I think that's it for today. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I don't think so. So I will see you guys this weekend for my market recap and upcoming week preview. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.